Well, I mean, our adoption accelerates beyond our capacity. So I think if you just buy large language models off the shelf and try to do any of this, it won't work.
It's a commodity.
Also, it's not precise enough. You can't do underwriting with a large. No. You couldn't do any of these things that are regulated. No. So moving to everybody, there's not the problem with adoption at this point is people have tried things that just can never work. Like you borrow a large language model, you put it on your stack, and you wonder why it's not working. And so what you're going to see, especially in America, is people trying to do something like what we do with ontology, maybe by hand. Because once you build a software layer to orchestrate and manage the large language models in a language that your enterprise understands, you actually can create value. And I think there's a lot of discussions are we in an AI bubble? What is the meaning of the bubble? Well, it's I think if anything, we're just in a lag where there's a lot of AI, some of it works. Again, if you go back to the battlefield context, everybody in the world assumed this would not work, but now it does work. And so now the question isn't, does it work, but how can we get it to work for my country? And this is exactly what's happening in companies. In companies, it's oh, this company, it worked, mine didn't. What are you doing? For example, I mean, if you want to just make it parochial to us, Palantir barely has a sales force. In fact, it seems to be getting smaller every time I go see them. And it's and it's simply because you're laughing because it's the Palantirians here, but it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's not because we're trying to save on the unit economics. It's actually because it is a low trust environment in AI. People have tried lots of stuff. A lot of it hasn't worked. But if you've delivered stuff that does work, why do you need a sales force? You just...
It sells itself.
Well, you have to say, hey, don't talk to us. And then that's on commercial. In government, at this point, it's really, it's very hard to export simply because we have to train the people and we have limited bandwidth.
I was going to say, that's your limited bandwidth, the training. Once somebody takes on your software.
Well, in the government context, every country, obviously has the equivalent of a security clearance, right? So to build Project Maven or Maven into your architecture, you're going to need somebody with the highest level of clearance that also is technical. And most technical people, unfortunately, are not going after the highest level of clearance. So there are very, very few people like that. So that resource is super scarce, and then they have to be trained. And that can take a while, and then you also have to have, like anything, you really have to believe in this and really think it's important. And not everybody fits in that category.